vividly what probability is all about. We saw probability in like terms, terms that are unlikely to happen, so on and so forth. So we saw how to solve for probability. You know that probability is equal to what? The number of what required outcome all over the number of possible outcomes. For example, we made examples with dice, and also a die. We know that a die, that's a Ludo game, can have just 1 to 6. So when it is tossed once, the possible outcomes will vary from what 1 to 6. That is essential. We know that probability is done, right? So today we have another topic that says area and volume of cylinders and cones. Cylinder and cone. This, my cup, is an example of a cylinder. If you look at this cylinder very well, there is a circle up and a circle down. Is that not so? You have tin milk at home, right? You know tin milk. That milk now, pig milk, Bonvita. People used to take it at home, right? Good. So that is an example of a cylinder. An example of a cone is, have you seen people that want to sell gari? The way they arrange the gari or rice, it has a shape like this in the bowl. Imagine that, okay. So before we go to cylinder or cone, we have to first of all talk about a circle. You know why? Because circles are involved in cylinders and cones. Therefore, we are going to be looking at, first of all, the perimeter of a circle, the parts of a circle, the volume of a circle. Now, I have it on the board that the perimeter and the area of a circle. The circumference of a circle is the distance around the circle. This is the circle. This distance around it. Every space around is called what? A circumference. What did I call it? A circumference. So around a circle is called a circumference. This means that the circumference of a circle is the same thing as the perimeter of a circle. Not for what that's of the perimeter of a shape is to tell us the distance that it covers. So when we are now asked to look for the perimeter of this circle, I'm looking at the circumference of the circle, which is what? C equals to pi d. What is d? D is diameter. What is diameter? Diameter is half of the circle. Are you seeing it now? When the circle is divided into this half part is the diameter. Then the half of this diameter is the radius. Are you getting it now? The half of this diameter is the radius. So it is okay to say a diameter is equal to 2 radius or 2 radii in plural. Is that clear? Okay. So the perimeter of a circle is circumference, which is equal to pi d. I said d is what? Diameter. Good job. Okay, we can also improvise by saying since d, which is diameter, is equal to 2 radius. That also 2 radii. 2 radii makes a diameter. Diameter is half of a circle. Therefore, a radii will be half. A radius is the half of a diameter. So we can say the circumference of a circle is equal to pi d or 2 pi I. Now, area of a circle. When we want to solve for area of a circle A is equal to pi r squared. Let that be at your fingertips. Area of a circle is equal to what? Pi r squared is the area of a circle. Or pi d squared over 4. In the cases where you are not giving radius, you are giving a diameter. Now, this is a circle. This is also another circle. This little part here is the arc. Is the arc. Then this is the segment, a sector, and a curve. What is the arc? Arc is a part of the circumference. Don't forget, a part that is cut out of the circumference is the what? Is the arc. A tangent, which is formed here is a straight line that touches the circumference at only one point. It touches it at just this point. It is the tangent. While the chord is a straight line joining 2 points on the circumference. Joining 2 points. Supposed to joining 2 points of the circumference is a chord. The sector is the area between 2 radii. This is a radii, this is a radii, this is a radius and a radius. 2 radius now become 2 radii, which is a sector. Then lastly, the segment is the region between the chord and an arc. Between the chord and an arc is the segment. Is that correct? Okay, so having known everything about a circle, you can now start solving some problems. You have to first of all be able to solve some problems, areas of the circle, before we can move on to syllables and codes. Take down the So from what I have given us, should be able to find out is, let me do one for you. You do the others. We have it that the radius is 5 meters. What will be the diameter? What will be the circumference? So here, if the radius is 5 meters, what will the diameter be? No. 5 times 5. What is the area for circumference? That we just got up from the board. Pi d, or what? Check it very well and confirm. Either pi d or c equals to 2 pi r. That's for circumference. So here we are asked to, we are asked to fill up these gaps. We are given radius. We have to know what the diameter is and what the circumference will be. Here there's a radius, so on and so forth. So if the radius is 5 meters here, what will the diameter be? 5 times 5, which is what? 25 meters, because half, that's two of these 5. Two of the radius will give us a diameter. 2 times 5, 2 times 5, which is what? 10. This is 10 meters. 10 meters. Then what will the circumference be? Pi d, which is what? They gave us pi here. Pi is a constant, so that it's not active. It's a constant, 3.14. We'll be needing our calculator to solve some of this. So 3.4 times 10 will give us what? 3.4 times 10. Who is there? So when we put out the answer there, we'll be able to do the others. Yeah? Okay. So having gotten that, you should be able to do the others. Is that not so? Okay. It's not hard, but what's it? Is it correct? No. 0.14. That's that. So for radius, you have radius as 10 scale. What will be the diameter? 2 times 10, which is 20. What will be the circumference? Multiply it and put it there. That's that. Here, you don't have a radius, you have a diameter. So if you have a diameter, what will be the radius? This divided by 2. Is it? If the diameter is 2 of the radius, half of this, what is half of 25? 12.5. Okay. Then what will be the circumference? Circumference will be 2 pi. C equals to pi d. Pi is 3.14. D is 25. We solve it. Is that not so? So here that we don't have diameter, we don't have radius. What do you think we will do here? Having know what the diameter is, what the circumference is, is for you to put the circumference there. C, tell me to put C, replace it with this, equal to pi d. Then you divide both sides by what? The coefficient of d, which is pi. From there you get your answer. Oh yeah, so let me see. Calculator, okay, please. Alright, let me see. Okay. Why are you breathing up like that? Is it hard? Oh, say,